Hey guys, it's Danny. Today I'm taking you along as I unbox quite the special box. This is my orchid order, which I made at the beginning of, I don't even know, whenever the lockdown ended actually. And it spent, about 100 days on transport. I'm not even joking. Now, obviously, I am pretty realistic in saying that I don't think there's anything alive in this box. But then again, we know stranger things have happened on this channel, so just because there is a very, very, very slim chance that something is alive, wouldn't it be fun to just film the moment when I receive it and then watch it grow and bounce back through the years? That would be fun. So I don't want to miss this opportunity. And if it happens that nothing is alive here, well, this will just be an exclusive video for the members. A little sneak peek into the mysterious life of MIssOrchidGirl. There's nothing mysterious about my life. It's quite boring, actually. All right, let's do this. So these orchids are coming from eBay from Orchid Man, which is my favorite seller of orchids at the moment, and they have been sent, no joke, more than 3 months ago. So here's the first one. Oh my goodness. Please be alive. I know that I'm stretching it here, but please, please. I see something green. No, get out! 100 days, I'm not joking, 100 days. This is a Orangis Mysticity. You know what, I had another Orangis spend 1 month on transport and she arrived okay. And these orchids are actually pretty hardy, if I do say so myself. The next two orchids that I have in here, they're not hardy at all. Furthermore, they are cool growing. But you know what? I'm happy to have this. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna love it forever and ever. Let me give you a close-up. You can see the degree of dehydration here. It's absolutely visible, but it's alive. This orchid is alive. Oh my goodness, you guys, I was not expecting this. Okay, the next two orchids, as I was saying, they're cool growers. So let's not keep our hopes high. One of them will be scorched, but I'm hoping the other one will not because it has pseudobulbs. So this is the big one, I think. The one that has pseudobulbs. Oh, it's not looking good. But I think this is the one that I was expecting to be absolutely, completely destroyed. Yep. No, I don't think we can save anything from here. Masdevallia ignea. I have the ignea. In the meantime, I did order it again. I actually received a little cutting of it for free from Orchid Man. This actually was the reason why I made this order. I wanted to try Masdevallias again, and this is my favorite Masdevallia. Now, Masdevallias are not known to be very drought tolerant, quite at all, so this does not surprise me. I'm okay with this. I mean, I'm not. It's a waste of a plant, but no, I absolutely thought this one would be completely scorched. No, look at the roots. There's nothing here, you guys. Can you hear? Okay, no. I was not expecting this one to make it, which, you know, it is what it is. Let's see about the third one. If this one is alive, I will consider this a miracle. I will. I really want this plant. I had it in the past. Okay, it's alive. It's alive. It doesn't look good, but it's alive. All right, so lots and lots of yellow leaves. The new growths don't look all that good, but we have pseudobulbs. And this is a pseudobulb that matured in the box. We have a little bit of a leaf here. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do about these orchids. What is the next step that I need to do, like right now, in the next second. But this is Osmoglossum pulchellum. I actually had this orchid a long time ago, 6 years ago, I think. And I bought it because it was supposed to smell incredibly beautiful. Mine never smelled beautiful. To me, it smelled like ink. And I kind of always wanted to try again. Maybe it was that particular individual that, I don't know, maybe had issues. So I wanted to try it again. That's why I purchased it. It's rather a cool growing orchid, but see, pseudobulbs. This is the difference between the Masdevallias, Draculas, Lepanthes, all of these very fragile, tiny little orchids which don't store water. Even the Orangis, you guys, which kind of functions like a Phalaenopsis, it's a monopodial, they do have storage devices in their leaves and roots. these guys survived. Masdevallias, they don't. Alrighty, I declare this a freaking miracle. So I'm gonna clean up everything and come back with the next step. Alright, so here I have my 2 little plants. I put them in 2 decorative containers. I did not unpot them, didn't do anything of the sorts. The first thing we need to do is take a bath. My ass taking a bath. No, it's hydrate them. So I have reverse osmosis water here, which is, sorry about the noises. It's very, very gentle on the roots, and I'm not going to soak them or anything of the sorts. I'm just going to put a lot of water here for the medium to properly absorb it. This is moss, it's gonna go much easier. Oh, it's floating. Okay, so after a while, I will dump out the excess. All I want is for the root system to get hydrated. I don't want necessarily to soak these plants and get everything wet, submerge them, or anything of the sorts. No. I do, however, want the medium to get hydrated. Okay, you know what? With this one, I will actually soak it because it's bark. I was under the impression that there's some sphagnum moss in there, but it's not. So this one I'm gonna soak a little bit for a few minutes just to make sure that all of the bark gets wet. This one, there's no point because it's moss in here. And after 5 minutes, I'm gonna dump out all of the water and just leave the medium wet. In order to hydrate orchids, it is important to offer oxygen as well. So I'm not really an adept of super soaks, of submerging orchids. That's the last thing I would do actually. I just water them normally and make sure that this medium stays wet for 3 or 4 days pretty much continuously. It is an airy medium, it's not soil, so I'm not gonna suffocate anything. But yeah, I just need to keep them wet. And you know what? I'm going to pick up this video when it's time to repot them, because yes, I will repot them. But first of all, it is important to get them hydrated. If I start to mess up the root system right now while they're so stressed, it's gonna be so much harder for them to recover. So if they would be in perfect condition, I would have no issue on potting them, put them into my preferred medium and call it a day. But they're very, very stressed. And first, they need to regain a little bit of strength. So with this one, really, there's nothing much to do. However, with this one, I need to remove all of these browning leaf tips because this can actually be a little bit of an infection. So I'll go get my pruners. Okay, so here I have my sterilized pair of whiskers, and I think I said earlier that I'm gonna pick up this video when it's time to repot. No, I'm not finished with this video. Sometimes I forget what I need to do. So what I'm gonna do is cut away all of this yellowing well under the yellow part. I wanna cut into green. This is not your typical leaf tip dieback. It looks like an infection. And it's very plausible it is because these orchids have spent 3 months in a non-ventilated environment, which, you know what? It's what kept them alive because it limited transpiration. At the same time though, pathogens had an easier time proliferating. So if you will, it's a double-edged sword. Now I'm gonna use a little bit of cinnamon. This is ground cinnamon you purchase at the grocery shop. I'm gonna apply it on all of these cut wounds and to just dry them faster. I'm a little bit sloppy with it because this orchid is actually in water and I will dump out the water. All right, I'm all done with the cinnamon. I'll dump out the water, come back with final thoughts. All right, so for now we are done. All that's left to do is to put these orchids in a nice little bright shade location. At this moment, even if these orchids would have been highlight orchids, the worst thing that I could do is put them in bright sunlight or worse, direct sunshine. They would just get scorched or they would start to transpire again a lot. And that is not what I want to promote. Now I want rehydration. And actually I'm gonna keep them somewhere next to my humidifier in the cool zone, which is not all that cool because it's very, very hot, but it's okay. It's suitable for them right now as well. And it's very humid. So I will now pick up this video when it's time to repot them. Hopefully in a few days, these guys will look much, much better. So there you go. I'm so happy I filmed. Really, honestly, I was not expecting them to be alive, but now we have a beginning for these orchids. And this is what we're gonna start with when we're gonna talk about them and their journey in the future. All right, so I'll see you in a few days. Alrighty, so here we are a couple of weeks later. I just didn't get a chance to repot these orchids, but let's see how they look like. I would say they look much, much better. The Arangis is actually growing a new leaf, and you can see how glossy it is. All of this is new leaf growth. And also a look at the Osmoglossum. He's not looking all that pale anymore. So let's just go ahead and repot them really fast to wrap up this video. I'm not going to insist way too much. I'm gonna go about it just like I do with any other repotting. And here we are, all potted up. I was quite surprised to see such a good root system on the Osmoglossum. He's supposed to be a rather cool growing orchid, and those are not known for being very drought tolerant. But this guy is. The Arangis is in good shape. I have green root tips. So I just went about it like I do with my typical repottings. I did use hydrogen peroxide 3%. I just didn't film that because I always film it. And I think that's about it. I think these orchids will do just great from now on. It is just another proof that if you pack orchids well, meaning you don't pack them wet to promote rotting, you can actually have live orchids even after almost 100 days on transport, which is surreal. Can you guys think of a different plant that can do that? And I'm not talking about bulbs or corms that naturally go dormant. These are plants in active growth which handled 100 days in a box, in the heat, without water, without proper ventilation, without light. It's pretty unbelievable. I didn't think it was possible, but there we go. We set another record here on my channel. Not that we ever set any records, but anyway, it sounded good. So alrighty then, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I don't have any more parcels on the way. These orchids were actually purchased right after lockdown restrictions were lifted. Everything else that I ordered arrived. So with that said, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Subscribe to my channel for more orchid videos, tutorials, experiments, updates, and other fun orchid subjects. If you wish to support the channel, do consider becoming a member or visit the merch store linked down below in the description. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. It's always nice to stay in touch there as well. And with that said, I'll see you next time. Bye!